Mistakes defining you. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everyone. Today I want to share with you a trip that I make. Here's a little clip of me on the trip, and it's a spot called Hawksbill Crag, and it's in Arkansas. And I make this trip every year around my birthday, and I started this 2 years ago. And the reason why I went on this trip a couple years ago was because I had made a mistake, and I really needed to get away to really reflect on what I had just done. And the mistake that I made was getting into a relationship, actually getting engaged when I really wasn't ready. And not only that, I had cheated on her, and I had mistreated her in several ways. A couple of them were that I strung her along, and I really wasn't listening to her needs, and I was being quite selfish. And so on this trip, I realized that I had to do a lot of correcting, and that year was probably one of my toughest years. And along that way, when I was sharing what I had just done with a couple of my close friends, that they had essentially, I would like to say, pass on an excuse, and I really didn't like the reason. And it was, oh, everybody does it, it happens, yeah, you weren't ready. But I didn't want that to be the reason. And so I really had to correct. I really felt like that I had to correct this. And by doing that, I had to really dig down deep and really change who I had become over the past few years before that. And so I'm sharing this trip with y'all is I want y'all to take away that too many of us let our mistakes or even key moments in our lives define us, and we should not do that. Too many times we get labeled certain things just because of certain mistakes that we make, and we shouldn't. And this is where we have to take accountable for our own actions instead of passing the blame. Because I had several chances after what had happened and pass the blame and really kind of just push it off, when in reality a lot of it was my fault and my issues that I really had to face. And so we tend to, whenever we get to these type of mistakes, we tend to become victims, and I really didn't want to become a victim there. And I want to share that with y'all. Like, don't become a victim just because of a mistake. Take accountability of it and change, and be the person that you really do not want to be defined as. And so this was a very key moment in my life that really made an impact and really started that journey of wanting myself to become the better person. Not only that, the person that I truly wanted to be in my life. And at this current moment, I feel like I can share that with y'all, just because I'm able to understand a little bit more about not only about where this has started, and not only that, is that there's too many of us that define ourselves on these type of mistakes. So a little recap. Do not let mistakes define you. Be the person that you're able to be. Make those changes in order to be that person that you want to be. And do not give up. There's so many times that I felt like, oh, you know what? It's easier to be this other person than to be the person that I truly want to be. But do not. It's actually a lot more rewarding to be the person that you truly, truly deep down want to be. And so take that time and reflect on who you truly want to be and make those changes in your life. Hopefully you're able to take something out of this video and apply it into your own life. Till then, see you at the next video. Hopefully y'all enjoy that video. I do want to share one last thing that's somewhat off topic of this, and this is somewhat of a PSA. And this has been a subject of issue for many people, and that is suicide. And this is a very important topic to me. I've faced my own type of dark demons, and I've met many people that have faced it too. And so I really want to make not only the ones that are in the situations aware that there is people out there, I'm sure they know that too, but also make everyone else aware that there are people that are struggling. And so take the time to really be there for them. It's difficult to understand where they're coming from, and a lot of times it's not really just understanding, it's really just listening, and that's all it takes. It's just taking the time to listen to them. And so being aware to that extent that everybody's pain hits differently, and being very empathetic to what they're going through really helps out those people in those type of dark situations. So I just want to make y'all aware that it's not only the people that are going through the struggles, but it's also up to us to also be there for them.